All right, everyone, here we go. So today's video, I just wanted to do something a little different. Usually the videos that I do on Wednesdays are just kind of my thoughts. So today what I wanted to talk about was what do you do if you doubt, this idea of carnivore? If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you're not really sure, what is this thing all about? So I'm hoping that I'll be able to answer some of these questions. Again, I may not be able to answer these 100%, but I just wanted to give you an idea of maybe just things to sort of think about. So, first one that I've got here, and these are just not in any particular order. And really quickly, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who responded back with their thoughts and their comments about doubt. How, some people are still having doubt about getting started. Some people just gave me their ideas of what they were thinking about before they ever started. So here we go. So the first one is, will I stay with it? Will I be able to stay with it? And honestly, that was probably one of the number one things for me too. I've mentioned before that I've been through a lot of different I've been through a lot of different diets. I've been through a lot of different things, and a lot of times, sometimes the diets would work, and my weight would drop. Sometimes it just wouldn't. It wouldn't stick. But what ended up happening was, even if I lost, I just couldn't. I couldn't maintain. I couldn't keep it up, and what just ended up happening was, I would just lose weight. I'd lose the weight, gain it back, probably gain back more, and then a year or two later, after I gained a bunch, I would just try something else. I would just end up doing, like a 1,200 calorie diet for as long as I could. And again, it just ended up being too restrictive. It was just something I couldn't live with. So I ended up stopping it anyway. So I did a lot of up and down when it came to diet. And honestly, with this one, I like it. I love it because it's food that I enjoy. It's very tasty food that I enjoy, and I find that I don't have any feeling or need to want to cheat, to want to go and buy a pizza or go and buy a mac and cheese or something like that and go scarf it down. I don't feel that need at all. And I've been doing this now for probably close to 100 days or so. I'll definitely have the actual days on Saturday when I do my week 14 update, but I haven't felt any need to want to cheat. Another one was, am I getting enough vitamins and nutrients? So unfortunately, I don't have the ability to be able to answer that. That was one of the questions, or one of the doubt questions that came up. So if you are not sure about the vitamins and the nutrients, and cutting off everything else and making sure that you are getting everything that you need, what I would recommend is go watch some of the videos from Dr. Ken Berry, from Dr. Chafee, and Dr. Sean Baker. There's a lot of doctors, a lot of people that are out there that know how to do this and can explain so much better than I can. My simple answer is, yes, you will. Especially once you start getting out, and like for me, I was, vitamin D deficient, but I'm fairly certain that I'm getting a lot more of that now, that I'm, especially when I'm out walking every day in the morning in the sun, um, you know, sweating my tuchus off, because it's hot out there, and but I'm loving it. I love the feeling. Not sure that the food that you eat will be enough. Nah, no way. With the different foods that are available to you. I mean, just any kind of meat, eggs, I mean, fish, shrimp, cheese. I know a lot of that. You may not like it. You may not be interested in that, but I will tell you that there's so much out there that is available for you to be able to have. And remember, you're not counting calories. You're not, having to worry about, let's make sure that I get 30% of this or 20% of that. You don't have to do any of that. You just eat until you're satisfied, until you feel full. And then honestly, it'll probably last you through the rest of the day. I mean, today I think I finally had breakfast around 9. I think I ate again when I got back from the store at 10. And the only reason why I did that was just because I wasn't planning on eating later in the day. And that usually will sustain me throughout the rest of the day. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'll be heading off to work in a couple hours, and it'll get me through the rest of the night. So, you will have more than enough. Okay, so this is the one that I had several people respond with is, I don't know how my friends and family will react. I get that. I really do. I mean, you've got people, there's people that are out there that love you and they want what's best for you. But the thing is, and I'm just going to be honest, at the end of the day, the only person that is responsible for you is you. So, and I get it, peer pressure, if you tell people that, if you're starting out, if you just tell them, oh yeah, I'm only eating meat. Yeah, they may look at you like, don't, you know what? Just let them say it. But if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the direction you want to go in, this is what you want to do. Again, regardless of whether or not you're big like I am or you're not, it doesn't matter. If there are debilitating issues in your life and you've been doing research and you've been watching videos and a lot of them are talking about switching your diet, going to carnivore, try it. I mean, at the end of the day, well, hopefully at the end of like 30 days, you'll see changes and it will sink in. And then you know what? All people are asking you to do, as far as people who are in carnivore, is research it, think about it, and if you decide to do it, give it 30 days. Because you need to give yourself enough time, you need to give your body enough time to figure out if this is something that's going to work. Maybe even 60 days. And, and trust me, nobody in this community will laugh at you or, point fingers at you if you stop because you don't feel that your life isn't any better. At least you tried. But honestly, I have this feeling that will not happen. That if you do this and you do it consistently, even if you take the 2 weeks to start from wherever you're at and dropping down and all you're doing is just doing carnivore after 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, and you stick with it, I really think you're going to see huge, huge improvements on your life. I'm not sure that I'm going to like eating meat every day. Well, you don't have to eat meat every day. And I think usually people are probably talking about, I had one person say that, she doesn't like steak, doesn't like the taste of it, probably doesn't like the look of it, doesn't like the smell of it. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. You do not have to eat steak every day. Do you want to? Yes, you do. But do you have to? No. I mean, come on. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm just saying there's chicken, there's pork, there's eggs, so there's dairy, so there's cheese, there's all kinds of cheese, fish. There's all kinds of different fish that are out there. I mean, and you could always buy, ground beef, ground chuck. And, if you don't like the steak, but, you don't mind the ground beef, there are things that you can put together, meat, cheese, egg, just kind of mix it all together. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Experiment with it, and again, if you try this for 30 days, and honestly try it for 30 days, and if it doesn't work for you, it's fine. It really is. No one will fault you for just saying, look, I tried it. I cannot stand the taste of it. It will it help you? Yeah, it will. But, you have to be the one that has to make the decision for you. How restrictive is it? Well, again, the idea is that you're staying just meat, poultry, cheese, dairy, fish, that kind of thing. There's, and you're not straying into anything else. No carbs, absolutely no sugar. Again, whether or not you're overweight, you don't want, you just don't want that stuff in your system, because your system just doesn't really know what to do with it. Sean Baker's got a lot of videos where he talks about, what sugar does. Same with Kim Berry. They talk about what sugar does to your system. When you ingest it, it'll give you a sugar high, but then after a couple hours, you're going to crash. You're going to come back down, and you're going to want to eat again, or you're going to want to, ingest something again. So, it's only restrictive in the way you think about it. Okay, so if you want to stay with the vegetables, there's nothing that says, you can't have vegetables. We're not gonna say, well, you're not you're eating vegetables, or you're eating this, but you're eating 95% meat, so we're not gonna call you carnivore. No. Listen, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. If you find, and it could be that maybe your body needs something that is coming out of the vegetables. I don't know. But see, again, that's why it's good. Give yourself the 30 days. And after 30 days, if you find that something is missing, start introducing it. But see, that's why we talk about starting up here, where you have all of the regular food, and then you just kind of work your way till you get to the point where you're at meat only. Just think about it. The worst, honestly, unless something drastic happens, the worst that happens after 30 days is, you're probably going to be feeling good. Yeah, maybe you missed something. See if you can introduce it. See what happens after you introduce it. Don't freak out about it. Can you afford this? I think so. Think about, and now I realize that meat is getting expensive. Well, everything's getting expensive. We could thank certain people, but we're not going to. We're going to be nice. But see, like usually what I do is I will buy, I'll buy eggs. I will buy a little bit of milk. I will buy cheese that's already shredded. Eggs. I think I said today. Sometimes actually, what I will buy, just regular raw eggs, in the shell, and then I will also do hard boiled eggs that that are already done. So if I need to snack or want something quick, I just eat those. Usually I will just buy ground beef. Now the meat that I buy from the store, I look forward to see what's on sale, and at least that way. Especially, and I'm also looking for stuff that has, a decent amount of fat on it too. Because at least that way, sorry about that, I'll know that when I start cooking it, it'll, the fat will start to render a little bit, and it'll, break up and be soft, and it'll taste good. Shrimp you can usually buy, deveined, have the tail off. You can buy them frozen, at least in the store, for I don't know, $8, $9, depending on the size and the number that's in the bag. And I mean, if you start eliminating everything else out of your diet, I don't know. I find that I don't actually spend as much now because I'm not buying all the other garbage. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, and I don't know why I keep scratching my nose. It's driving me nuts. I don't know. Honestly, I think you can. I think you'll find that you can also, usually when like when I buy ground beef, I'll usually buy it in a 3 pound container, and I cook that, and that lasts me for 4 or 5 meals, which usually ends up being, at least 3 days, if not 4. Because usually I'll have I'll have it with both the meals that I have. Again, eggs, different things like that. So there's a good chance that you may save money. So watch the sales. That's what I do, and I think that's what's important, is watch the sales. And the last one that I have here, I'm gonna wrap this up, is this a fad? I think I thought that, honestly. Before I was looking at this, my mom was telling me about it, and I don't know. I looked at it, I said, just meat? Really? That sounds like Atkins almost. Just the way that some of it was described. It's not. I mean, our ancestors, yes, they did eat fruit off trees, but, they also survived off of, meat from animals off the land. You look at, throughout history, even, Native Americans that were here, I mean, they would go out and hunt, and, they would get bison and other animals. They would use pretty much everything off the animal. And, it would feed their tribe. It would help keep them warm, from the skins. And so, I mean, this has been going on for a very long time. And yeah, they may have grown, some things, and not just them, but, just all throughout the world, things that, they may have grown things, but it was meat that was sustaining them. It was meat that was giving them energy. All right, well, this one has gone way too long. So I really hope that I've helped to answer some of these doubts and some of the questions that, maybe you have about getting started. I really do hope that you're able to have watched all this video. The only reason why, even though you don't know this, normally I release these on Wednesday, but today is Tuesday. And if you've gotten this far, you'll know that usually at the time that I release these on Wednesday, I actually have an interview, so hopefully that goes well. But anyway, all of you guys rock. Thank you very much for supporting me, for watching the videos. It's been great. I'm going to keep doing this for you. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Thanks a lot.